Okay, everybody's getting hacked nowadays. When I grew up, a hacking means you drive a hack. You're a cab driver. That's what they call hacks, in my era. But now it's really people getting inside your computer. And now we're getting so many new products, that are going to help prevent this. I mean, before you used to have security for your home, and you have some company that charge $100 or $200 a month for, protecting your home and things like that. Now you don't have to worry about people coming through your window or anything. Worry about people coming through your internet. And that's why there's people out there now who are thinking of ways to prevent that. So, somebody gets your name, I guess, and your ID, and they could probably, clean out your bank account and pretend they're you and all this identity stuff. And a lot of this stuff is scare stuff, but it is real too. It's happening. And I don't know if you see that. What was it, Target? I mean, millions and millions of people, somebody hacked into the Target computer. The government, we spend more on cybersecurity than anybody else in the world, and people are able to figure out to get in there. And so now you're going to see products, and this is going to be a product. You see an interview of this fellow. It's something, a little ball you put in your house, and you hook it up to your internet, so that means anybody who goes through your internet, connection, then they could tell. They could tell if somebody's strange or whatever. So I'm sure, not only somebody hacking you, but somebody getting crap in your computer. I mean, that's what I really have a problem with, is getting all this extra junk in my computer that I didn't ask for. So it's a growth industry, and I think be careful of the fear stuff. Everybody's like, you're gonna die if you don't have this, and somebody could steal your child, and so be reasonable about it, and realize what you're paying for, what you may not be paying for. But there's new ways for people to hack you, and one is through your internet. And now we're going to have the Internet of Things, they call it. So your refrigerator's hooked up to the internet, your toaster, everything, your doorbell. See, the lock on your door and things like this. So it's getting pretty complicated out there. So it's all because of wireless internet. We could do this. So that means you could sit at your office and you could see who's at your front door, and then you press a button on your phone and you let the people in. See, that's what the internet's doing. So now people are thinking of ways to protect you from that too, because that means somebody else could do that, maybe, and whatever. I don't know about it, but I know I try not to get too paranoid. But it's interesting. So watch this. Well, Robert Beatty! And it's Get Cujo, CUJO.com. And you're going to keep the Chinese people out of my network, aren't you? You're going to keep them out of my PC, out of my refrigerator. They won't be able to open my door because now everything's hooked up to the internet. And really, God, they literally could do that. I mean, the government's worried about, the Chinese, but the rest of us have to be aware of any hack, two-bit hacker down the street or a mafia that's probably learning all this stuff. And
not just down the street, but on another border, another country somewhere. Yeah,
right.
Anywhere.
No, it's not secure. We're not secure. I mean, we love the internet. Everybody's on the internet. Everybody spends their life. But now our TV's getting on the internet, right? Our dishwasher's on it, our toaster, everything. So they could have toast popping up in the morning. But things like important, like the door is electronically, wired now to the internet. So your device, and it's a consumer item, hooks up to our Wi-Fi at home, right? And it controls all this stuff and could tell the good guys from the bad guys, and we get a little notice on our phone. Hey, you really want this sucker?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Yes, so the device connects to your router, Wi-Fi or wired, and essentially it acts in two modes simultaneously. One, it listens, or I guess it watches, if you will, traffic kind of go in and out of your network, and then two, anything that it identifies as bad traffic, it will stop. It'll block it.
I see. And bad traffic, I mean, I guess you can never explain what the hell that means. Huh?
Try. So we define bad traffic as anything from somebody trying to access something that you didn't allow.
I see.
from the context of, I guess the word we're using is behavioral analysis, right? Like, for example, the way our device is different from other solutions that exist is that we're paying attention to the communication of your devices, whether it's a laptop, PC, or a refrigerator, such that, for example, your refrigerator will most likely talk to its manufacturer at a constant, the moment it starts talking to Romania for any reason.
I see. Not to disparage Romania like I was with China, right?
right. Precisely. Somewhere else that is kind of not part of the normal pattern.
I see.
It sends it sends the block message to the device to stop that traffic, and two, it sends you a notice on your mobile device letting you know.
Well, that's
hey,
terrific.
notice this.
Yeah.
If this is something you're aware of and this is a accepted behavior, go ahead and override. But otherwise, it protects by default.
Well, and also then it's doing that for my PC and all my laptops and everything, so I don't have to have 5 copies of the virus software in every device that I have, because it's right on the router and it covers everything.
Exactly. And so. There's, antivirus is still an important vector for protection, especially against malicious code. But unfortunately, they only exist on PCs and laptops.
I see.
It cannot protect your thermostat. It cannot protect your camera, for example.
I see. Right. So all these things, the Internet of Things now, we need protection of things. Right. And that's what you guys have. And you guys really, it sounds like you're the first consumer item for this. I mean, this is like $50 on your crowdfunding campaign, and I get 6 months of unlimited protection with cops sitting in front of my house every 24/7, right?
Yeah. So essentially, and if I may, the campaign, if you back us there, that's a steal of a deal.
Yeah.
It's
I would think so. I mean,
6 months
ADP or whatever these people, the security home. I mean, they want hundreds of dollars a month for this kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
And they're not protecting your refrigerator, just your locks and your doors. And now with the locks and doors on the internet, you don't even need people like that. Right? You don't need
possibly. I mean, we definitely acknowledge people like ADP as providing physical security to your perimeter.
Right.
But as of right now, there's very little in the way of protecting your kind of your internet properties.
Right. And things and everything is going to be connected to the internet. So now it's really like $50. You get 6 months of coverage. And you're working on it, and I imagine, boy, when this thing comes on the market, it's going to be a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah. We project it'll be around the $250, $260 for the device.
Right.
And then I do believe we plan on offering the same $8.99 monthly subscription plan.
I see. So so right now the product is $50 for the little device. And that there's no software. You don't have to fool around with anything. You just put the cube somewhere in the house. You plug in the Wi-Fi, and you're all covered, right? You don't have to know how to download, answer questions, and
there's no
call
login.
Verizon or Comcast. Hey,
Precisely. Yeah, you simply plug it into your router, and that's it. There's no web page to log into. There's no. No setup necessary.
By the way, you're great on that video. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That was an interesting day.
Yeah. No, it is. Because it's obviously you're sincere because you've been in the high tech, I guess, for many years, studying security, issues and everything. And so this is a brand new startup, you and your buddies, and but you could see just even in the passion you have. Were behind those words in the video, and you could tell that, and that's why I think you were very effective in that way. The video is done very well too, but your portion, I think, is the sincere, because the other sounds like announcer stuff, but it's coming from your heart. I mean, you believe this stuff, you work on it, you've done it before.
Yeah, and so this is definitely near and dear to my heart. I know people personally, close to my family members, including. Where this is fortunately nothing too bad has happened, but you can tell this is going to be something very kind of scary in the near future.
Oh, it's more and more. I mean, read the headlines. I mean, it's Target. It's Office of Personnel Management in the U.S. government. They got. I was thinking about. They have my son's records. Because he works for the government and he's going to have all that stuff. Is now public information. So it's obviously something we're more concerned. And here it's an easy device, to do this. And it's easy for the consumer because and there's no nonsense. It's not complicated. It's just it looks like a work of art too. I mean, this little cube you have.
I'll tell you, Matt. That was one of the reasons, and this is a true story. When I saw the design of the device, it didn't look like an alien piece of machine, right? It wasn't like some box.
Right.
That
Here's your router.
Right. Hopefully it'll protect you. This one, it looked a lot like a certain, I think it's a DreamWorks character.
Yeah, exactly. It does. I mean, it could be like a vase if it had hole in it to put flowers in or something like that. Yeah.
That was actually the principal kind of element deciding the design. They wanted my CEO wanted a kind of like a welcoming gesture, like a hand, holding soil plant.
Yeah. I see. No, it's delightful. You're right. It seems like an Apple work of art of some kind. And
considerable effort went into designing that.
Very elegant. Okay, so to get on the campaign, and you guys got thousands of people already. My God! But you go to getcujo.com. That's Cujo, and we were talking before we went on the air. Cujo is the guard dog in the in the Stephen King movie, right? So that's
the movie was very on the darker side, but
so we gotta go out and get Cujo, GTCUJO.com. Wonderful, Robert. Pleasure talking with you. Thanks for doing your
Likewise,
work.
Matt.
Right.
Yeah.